Slow. Thanks for tuning in to Kross TV Network. That's Kross with a K. How everybody doing? Peace and blessings to all. I hope everybody been safe. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's getting hot out here now. You know, people be bugging out every now and again, man. So, you know, y'all just be safe and everything like that, man. But anyway, I appreciate everybody that was tuning in. You know, y'all could be anywhere else in the world, but y'all here with me. I know how much y'all value your time and everything. 'Cause I know how much I value mine. And I could never take back the 26, you know, over the 20-something years that I did in prison, you know. And so I definitely don't want to, you know, take any time, unnecessary time away from y'all, especially if it's not conductive or productive. You know what I'm saying? So what made me drop this video today is because I want to speak about police brutality inside the prison system. I got a comrade named GB. Some people know him as G Blood. He's in Sing Sing. And for a person from New York City or even Yonkers, you know, Mount Vernon, them little areas over there, Middletown, you know, downstate and whatever, you know, from these little areas, and they get locked up and they go upstate to do their bid, they would want to go to spots like Sing Sing and everything, because Sing Sing got all the nice Spanish and, you know, black women. You know, it's pretty much ran by them. And you got, you know, and you got pretty much all black and Spanish guards and everything, even though you also have, you know, Caucasian and, you know, other races and everything also. But we're talking about the predominance of Sing Sing. So it's ran real loosely. It's closer to home, so people getting more visits. It's real lax, so people get a lot of, you know, different clothes that you wouldn't be able to get everywhere else. You know, it's very convenient, you know what I'm saying, make you, you know what I'm saying, do your bid kind of little good, whatever. They used to have a movie theater, whatever, even though, you know, things go down, don't get it twisted, things go down as of such. So, you know, my boy, all he do is pretty much, even like when he was running the yard with me and everything, only thing he pretty much did was work out, you know, go on visits, want to be fly, you know, and everything like that. So, I guess he must have caught the attention of a couple of female officers. You know, they see him, say hi, you know what I'm saying? It could have been just a, you know, friendly gesture. It couldn't even be that, you know, no sexual attraction or nothing like that. But for either, whether the other guards is their boyfriend or somebody that liked them or somebody that's having sex with them or somebody that wish they having sex with them, whatever the case may be, took that offense, you know, the fact that these females or this one woman or whatever, you know what I'm saying, you know, seems to take an interest in him, you know what I'm saying, or notice him when he's around. They're watching her watch him. So now they feel, well, we need to do something to him and get him out the way for whatever reason. So they plant a cell phone on him. He goes to the box. Some time passed. Goes to his hearings. When it's all said and done, he beats the ticket. They believe the story and whatever evidence he produced on his defense, on his behalf. You know what I'm saying? You know, and he won over, you know, the hearing officer, and he got a favorable decision. You know what I'm saying? Everything went as accordance. So when he came back to population and the officers got word that he was back out, they felt slighted, you know what I'm saying, disrespected. They was angry or whatever. So now they feel they need to retaliate and whatever, and you know, and take another more extreme measure. So the more extreme measure was they put their hands on him. The ending result was him having a concussion and 2 broken ribs. Now he's been back in the box. So 9 times out of 10, to justify them beating him up, they're going to try to say 9 times out of 10 that he tried to assault them or something like that, and they was defending themselves. That's usually what they do. That's how a lot of people have assault on staff in prison, everything like that, because that's what the police does a lot. And there's, you know what I'm saying? And then when you go to spots like Attica with that on your record, expect them to jump on you just off GP, because that's something that they're known to do with people that got assault on staff on their jacket. So now, when you assault staff, not only do you go to the box and get your other liberties that you had while you was in prison and general population taken from you, along with you being confined to your cell 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, you also lose good time. They recommend a certain amount of good time is lost. So let's say if a person get 18 months in the box, and then you get 18 months recommended loss of good time, 18 months loss of phones, 18 months loss of packages, 18 months loss of this, 18 months loss of that, all down the line. That means when it's time for you to go see the time allowance committee, or when it's time for you to go see a parole board, that right there, that time could stop you from coming home, because that time that they took from you, the parole board or the time allowance committee can make you do that time just for you can go home. And then to make matters worse, also, when you assault a staff member, a correctional officer, they could also give you a new charge, which you can face a maximum of additional 15 years in prison than from with the time you already did. So it's real, you know what I'm saying? So it's real deep, you know what I'm saying? Then just the psychological things you deal with in the box, let alone the fact that he got beat up and assaulted and everything and getting put in a situation for doing nothing at all, but just walking around, mind his business, and doing what he's doing. And you see somebody probably, you know what I'm saying, you know, take a liking to him or just take a notice in him or something like that, and putting him through this is crazy. You know, there's a lot of us that got, you know, family members in prison. Some of us is in their lives, some of them is not. Some of them may have heard stories or their family members be going through things. You know, I wanted to use my platform and use my voice and everything to influence people to, you know, get more in tune with their loved ones that's in prison. And I want y'all to sign my petition when I put it up. I'm gonna post it and put it up. I want y'all to sign my petition, and it's gonna go to the legal, to the local politicians. It's gonna go to Sing Sing. It's gonna go to the Department of New York State Department of Corrections commissioner, and it's also gonna go to the courts with our signatures, and you know, speaking about how his rights was violated and what's going on in that situation to help him out, you know, and hopefully, you know, to save him from having to suffer, you know, any more than what he was already enduring. You know, just because a person is in prison doesn't make him a bad individual. You know, just because a person in prison doesn't even mean that he's locked up for what he did. 9 times out of 10, he probably is, but you know, but it doesn't mean that they don't need a second chance also, unless it's a certain, you know, certain type of crime. You know, that's my belief. But what's sad about that is that when you hear police brutality and everything, like coming from New York State, or you know, in general, you know, you would think of it being a race thing. You would think it'd be a situation with white guards pouncing and doing that to him, right? Nah, it was our own kind. Our own kind. Black and Spanish that did that to him. For what? For what? And then y'all in there supposed to be rehabilitating us, you know, rehabilitating them, protecting them, because they're in your care, custody, and control. Hopefully he come out good on this situation, you know, especially with the support on the outside. That's always help to know that, you know, from just from the courts and everything, and you know, to know that people getting involved and, you know, that's getting noticed, that'll definitely make them pump their brakes, and it'll definitely help out a lot, a great deal. You know what I'm saying? So definitely please sign a petition for that. What's scary about this though, what makes this real scary though too, is that they have a blue code, a blue shield, you know what I'm saying? Like, meaning that they have a blue code of silence. Like, it's forbidden for a cop to tell on another cop, or a correction over telling on a correction over, and stuff like that. They got this thing where if you do that, you get ostracized, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. And you get, messed, all the messed up jobs and stuff like that. Y'all seen Training Day. Y'all seen that show, that cop show that J-Lo had, that she was in, you know what I'm saying, with her crooked team, and then even look at with the OG Mac case, how, the cops had OG Mac make some old story up, whatever, cahoots with some story him about, about Dawn, and that's the reason why Dawn got locked up and whatever, ended up coming home and everything. So we know that does happen, whatever, and they value the code of silence and hold they people down to a higher standard than so-called street people that's supposed to be doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? They don't go to YouTube and the gram and all that and start talking about what happened, or nothing like that. And they'll go to court and testify and lie under oath with their right hand raised under oath and look everybody in their eye, and they'll lie to protect their coworker, to protect their friend, to protect their gang member. You understand what I'm saying? And then when you think about it, who is the correctional officers' lawyers? Their lawyers is the attorney general of the state. The attorney general, it's like the district. You know how like in you in New York City, and you got the DA office, the district attorney, right? That's just that. That's the district's attorney. My district is the Bronx, right? So my Bronx, that's my district. So, that's the attorney for the Bronx. So, you know what I'm saying? So you fighting that system. You fighting that whole system. So the attorney general is his lawyer. That, you know what I'm saying? You got to convince the judge and everything that what their people did was wrong. This is the engine you're going to have to fight and whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, it's imperative that your 14th Amendment rights, you know what I'm saying, which is right to a fair and impartial fact finder, like a judge or a correctional entity that do a hearing and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And also free speech and everything like that too. Cruel and unusual punishment. And things of that nature. But, not really getting off topics. I'm losing kind of like focus. I'm like feeling like I'm jumping around right now. But I want to say, man, those in advance, those that do that sign a petition, man, I appreciate y'all in advance, man, because, I mean, I know how it is because I was there and everything like that, man. So I always got to try to stay connected because, a lot of people say, because I can't forget where I come from. I don't come from prison. It's just, I did something wrong and I did a substantial life, part of my life in prison. But however, I got to stay connected because I know what's going on in there. There's some real good people, solid people in there that I stay in contact with. You know what I'm saying? And he's one of them. And it's unfortunate that he's dealing with what he's dealing with. But as a person that really love him, and not only that, there's a person that's concerned and wanting to see do well and don't want nobody else, that's in there that's going through that. It's good that we let our voices be heard out here and show that support, you know what I'm saying? And let them know that, that they still matter and that we ain't forget about them. They made mistakes. We make mistakes. People commit crimes every day. They just ain't get caught. You know what I'm saying? So that don't make them no less than we are. You know what I'm saying? Free the real. You know what I'm saying? I hope they in there doing the right thing. I don't know what they've been dealing with, during the whole corona thing, because the city was locked up and everything, or the state was locked up. That means they was locked down. So it was like involuntarily, they just did the whole box time. They did a whole box bid that whole time when the whole city, when the world was locked down. Think about that. People that's in their cells and everything is locked down, you know what I'm saying? They was pretty much in the box, getting box treatment and everything as if they was in a box. But they couldn't have came out their cells, and that mean they was getting fed. You know, the COs or whatever had to come feed them and everything like that. They couldn't go to commissary, everything was shut down. Everything was locked down. They couldn't get no visits or nothing. So you can only imagine what they've been dealing with inside there. And look how crazy we was going out here when we got off quarantine the first time. You know what I'm saying? You know, I just want to say another thing, man. I just want to say one more thing, man. You know, I'm from the Bronx, and a lot of people from the Bronx and from their different boroughs and from their cities and everything, they rep their cities real hard, and they rep their cities to the death. But then when you really look at it, we don't own this city. You know what I'm saying? You know, you call it a Bronx night, or you call it a Brooklyn night, or whatever you call it, you know what I'm saying, whatever have you. But when you look at who these people is named after, you know what I'm saying, I don't have no lineage or nothing to them. So I shouldn't be really taking so much pride in from where I'm coming from, taking so much pride in from, you know, from where I'm coming from, than taking pride from my ancestral background and knowing who I am, you know what I'm saying, and represent myself and people as such. And embrace my people and everything as such. And not think that we're different based on a block named after some European that came over here and just been violating us, you know what I'm saying, as much as we can remember. And what history tells us. You know what I'm saying? So stop valuing these blocks to the point where you feel people can't walk through. You know what I'm saying? People not disrespecting y'all. You know, people minding their business, ain't whatever, you know what I mean, whatever, you know what I mean, ain't violating y'all, whatever case may be. Mind your business, leave them alone. You know what I'm saying? Why do you feel like you can do this, that, and the other because this is where you grew up at or this is where you live at? If police right now say, yo, listen, about such and such, everybody got to evacuate this building because this building getting closed, whatever it can be, we taking it over. You got to take it on the hop and find somewhere else to go. So we really don't own none of this stuff. Even the property that you may have, you know what I'm saying, you under the pretense that you own it and whatever. But the minute you start paying tax and everything, they taking that from you. Even if you pay, even if it's paid, everything's paid off. The minute you start paying tax and everything, that property is dead. That's a wrap after that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, people got to be mindful of that, man. Why you putting so much, you know, energy and everything into shit that have no value, that has nothing, that has no merit? Because the minute your peoples leave and go somewhere else and whatever have you, you know what I mean, then you're going to be somewhere else. You know, a lot of people who don't know, like when you look at the Bronx, for example, you know, when you look at Tiffany Street and you look at Fox Street. Fox Street and Tiffany Street is named after the jewelry company. Tiffany Company is named after them because they owned that land right there. That was their land. They owned that. That's why them streets is there. You know what I'm saying? So why would I be repping, yo, I'm from Tiffany? You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean? I'm just saying, yo, I'm from such and such street and whatever. I'm just repping this person name and, you know, whatever have you. And then when I'm gone or my family moves somewhere else and all my people leave and there's nobody for me to visit or whatever, come here, then the street and everything has no more value in my life to me. Because it never really did from the beginning. It was just illusion. Over for what? For nothing. Somebody get hurt over what? Because they chose to walk down the block where your family chose to move to and raise you at? Like, that don't make no sense, man. You know what I'm saying? That don't make no sense, man. You know, We definitely got to do better, man. In our hoods, we can't, you know what I'm saying? We see our little kids fighting out here, and I mean little kids. I'm talking about teenagers, and I'm talking about preteens and everything like that. Y'all break that up. Y'all don't let them hurt each other, because in the hood, especially right now, it's getting hot. People drinking, their kids is running around. You know, a lot of kids, be honest, man, let's keep it real. A lot of kids is disrespectful. A lot of people don't even watch their kids and everything. Let their kids run around, do whatever they want and whatever have you. And they run around drinking and whatever. And they make bad decisions when they told that their child did something wrong or whatever have you, and then things could escalate. And I'm not saying this for no particular situation. I'm just saying in general, like, you know, we not supposed to sit there and allow that to happen, man. What happened to community? How we gonna say this is my hood and this is that and the other, and there's nothing but chaos and everything that's going on in there? You know, that's just food for thought. That's just food for thought right there, man. But definitely, again, I want to thank everybody in advance for those that will be signing the petition. You know, I already told y'all what a petition is going to, and hopefully that'll really help them out, which I know it will. In my heart, I know it will. It'll help them out, and I will post his information too, so anybody want to write him, send him some little, you know, encouragement, little, you know what I'm saying, little how you doing, you know, keep your head up, whatever. That'll definitely be appreciated too, you know. But again, thank for everybody for tuning in to Kross TV Network. That's Kross with a K. You already know we keep, if it ain't grown, leave it alone. It's only the real on this channel. I'm gonna always keep y'all, give y'all real content and everything like that, man. You know, next thing I'm gonna talk about my next video. I'm gonna talk about the old hitters and the young hitters. All right, I'm gonna talk about the old hitters. I'm gonna talk about the young hitters. One.